Just a quick heads up to everybody in stream. We are here. We're just getting ready. So please just enjoy the music. And we've got an intro video for the beginning. We started really early because we want to make sure that people get a chance to see all the stuff that we're putting out there for the intro video. So we hope that you enjoy and toast. Hi there, guys. Once again, it's me. I'm back. It's Richie. Hi. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to the people that just showed up. Let them know. Quick update. We are here. We're just getting ready. We're checking over stuff. Keep in mind, guys, none of us are going to be sharing our screens when we're going over this because we're not going to give you access to the script. Like, that's just not happening. Cam100, thank you for the $2 super chat. I don't know what to put here, so hello, I guess. I mean, that's awesome. You don't have to put anything there. But thank you. I do think I gotta do a thing though. The alerts. I don't know. I kind of want to change the alerts. I guess I'll do that while we're waiting on stuff. So to everybody that is currently watching, thank you, and hope more people show up soon because we have some really cool stuff to show you in about 7 minutes. So hang in there. Please enjoy the music box music, and we'll be right with you. Thank you. Toast.
What the fuck?
I'm not apologizing for Toast Erotica.
You know, so we're continuing the
God
joke
damn
from
it,
another-
Tony, that toast. No. It's now fully a Fat Dog joke because we've incorporated it into everything. I said we were incorporating it into everything.
Oh my god!
I love that Colton's like, no, bro. It's a Colton. If you don't understand what's happening, check out
You know what
yesterday's
you
stream.
mean? It was not me. This was Richie's doing.
Yeah.
So don't even what the foul me. Don't even what the foul me. Once I am like, I'm in the same as everyone out there. So
Okay, so before we fully get started, I'm gonna go ahead and start with a little bit of
Brother.
Alex.
Yeah.
All the music you're gonna hear throughout this stream, and this is gonna be us writing. We will do a little bit of Q&A with you guys, no problem. We love doing Q&A. We love to A your Qs. But good lord. But anyway, the main thing is that we're gonna be writing, and we're gonna be rewriting chapter 1 live, and we're gonna try our best not to give away too much spoiler, but we're not showing you what we're rewriting. We're just basically, you're getting an inside sneak peek as to what actually happens in a writing session, not just, you know, for abridging stuff, though I may do that on my own channel when it comes to writing the one shot for that, but I don't know how I'm going to abridge that piece of shit. I may have to turn it into a mint. There's no way I could abridge it because I don't like the story. So it should, maybe I'll just turn it into an abridgment and just, we'll go balls to the wall with it, whatever. But ARQs, that sounds suggestive as buttered toast. Draw me like one of your French toasts, Jack. All right. Anyway, love the art style. Where can I buy the first volume of this, of Infinity's Light? We don't have it. A first volume does not exist. In fact, this image that you guys are seeing right now is on a set of T-shirts, and I think there's only like what 10 or 20 T-shirts in existence that have this on them.
If that.
Yeah, man. Is the toast a top or bottom? All right. So here's the thing. I'm not going to answer questions about toast. If you want to know these, if you have deep burning questions about toast, go go visit Tony. Ask them at Fat Tony. What is Tony's Twitter handle? How did I suddenly forget his personal Twitter handle? He never fucking uses it. That's why I don't know. It may be at Fat Tony 92. What did I miss yesterday? Guess I know what I'm watching later. Yeah, Cam. Thank you for the $10. Yeah, I turned that way the fuck down, by the way.
Oh.
I made just
Rad.
I will say thank you for stuff, and I'm sorry if I don't see your alerts. I don't get your alerts, but the main focus here, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate this. Yes, very deep burning desire to know about toast. Well, go on to our Discord. Did we mention we have a Discord? Oh, Calvin,
Because
what is it?
we have a Discord.
Yeah, what is it made of?
Made of real velour.
There we go. I love that the thing that's trending in the chat right now is fucking toast. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. All right.
Look what we've done.
What have we done? I don't know. I was a good boy. I don't know what any of you are talking about. Yeah. That's not going to hold up in court. No freaking way is that holding up in court. Okay.
it's been oh boy, talking about Infinity's Light.
It's been 1 week since I've looked at the chapters again. Oh my god, I didn't even now that I said it out loud, I realized I just said it's been 1 week, and I'm like, god damn it.
I thought that's what you were going for.
No, it wasn't. But you know what? Now there you go, guys. There you go. Everybody's happy. We have. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Stop! No more. No more. Are we really having this conversation?
We are having this mother flipping conversation.
No. I'm talking in the chat, not you. Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice. That's what I heard. Hang on a second. I had to find out where this went. Where did this go?
And I am not nearly drunk enough for this.
I definitely am not.
I literally got home from work, so I need a couple shots now.
Burn my bread, Minu-sama? What the fuck kind of kink shit is this? I don't know, but I like it.
The toast stuff has moisted beyond comprehension.
Oh my god! Somebody said the word. Now Eva's never showing up to this stream.
It's a one. She didn't. It's not good. I can't talk.
Glazed toast.
What horror are you doing in the server?
I did nothing. I am innocent of this. Whatever crime it is that you are accusing me of, I am innocent of it.
You are not innocent of any crime.
I am innocent of all crimes. Except crimes of passion. I'm probably guilty of those. And by crimes of passion, I mean the sexual kind, not the murdery kind. None of you fuckers are framing me for murder. No. Innocent, he says. You filthy toast turtle. Okay, first off, shut up, you damn alligator. We already established that beer is made with wheat, which is basically pre-bread. So beer is basically liquid bread. So beer is basically uncooked liquid toast. No, it's uncooked liquid toast jizz. Get it right. Do you know what yeast is?
Oh my god.
All right, so
Richie.
no, I know I'm making it worse. All right, so here's the
You
thing.
are
No.
making it worse.
Yo.
I like how this was supposed to be an Infinity Light stream, and we're more focused on toast. than-
Infinity's toast.
Infinity's toast. Look, sometimes
There
you
you
just
go.
gotta understand the important things in life, like Infinity's toast.
Oh.
God, why didn't I think to name the stream Infinity's toast? Damn it, I missed out. I failed our audience. I'm so sorry. All right. I mean, but,
yeah, it's not
but
too late.
to be fair, to be fair though, Fel, this is kind of par for the course for writing, for just us writing in general.
Good point. I mean,
It's like-
normally,
They're like, are
Normally,
we supposed to be
people are
doing
honest.
something important? Nah.
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 No.
I mean, in all seriousness, I think that was some of that.
Before I get started,
Ooh.
Calvin, I know you have access to Infinity's Light. I know that you do. Fel,
Yes,
I believe
yes,
I
yes.
need to share with you, so I need to make sure that I get your address, your email address. Oh,
Send it to you.
does it have something to do with a spectacular person, or rather position of the medieval order?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I sent it to the correct. Then I have the correct email, and I just sent it to you.
Okay, I should be getting. Yep.
This
There we
way,
go.
Oh my
this way,
God.
when it shows up, it doesn't like, you know.
Random aside, Cree Summer noticed me on Twitter.
Cree Summer noticed you on Twitter.
Yes. She posted about an album that she put out. It was the anniversary of album that she put out back in 1999, and I retweeted. I actually have that album. I've had it for like at least 15 years, and I absolutely love everything about it. And I kind of gushed about it, and she retweeted it.
So it's more like you noticed her than she noticed you.
Yes, I noticed her, and she noticed me noticing her, and
Isn't-
so now
Isn't
we notice
Cree
each other.
Summers- Isn't Cree Summers also a voice actress?
Cree Summer is a voice actress. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes,
gonna
she
say.
is.
She's the voice of number 5. She's done.
Well, clearly, we now have an in. We now have an in through Calvin's newly made connection. So look forward to Cree Summer coming to Infinity's Light next year.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That would be amazing. I don't think it's happening.
Oh.
But that would be amazing.
It would be a dream.
We-
that would
That would be an
a dream.
absolute dream.
We can't afford that shit. We'd have to take out mad donations. All
Yeah.
right. Speaking of which, we're probably gonna have to, because I don't think he's gonna do for 35 an hour. So we're probably gonna have to raise money to get John Bailey to redo his Asagi lines, if we're redoing them. I don't necessarily think we need to redo, but I do think some of the dialogue in the script does need to be punched up.
I can agree with that.
And basically everything that's this right here, that's just description text, we now have to reword everything to be a narrator's dialogue because I got to do that, and I don't get paid for narrator dialogue, but that's okay. I know where I get paid from anyway, so that makes it all the better. Creeper, what did you do?
Creepers.
You were timed out for 5 seconds by Nightbot. What did you do? God damn it, Creeper. I don't even know what you did because next. Oh, you used all caps. Don't do that.
Yeah, Nightbot doesn't like that.
Yeah, if you do after a certain, you can only type in all caps for a little bit of time. Yoshimi says hi to you, Calvin.
Hey, Yoshi.
The stuffed dragon's name is not lewd toast. The stuffed dragon's name is just toast. Don't start spreading
Just
lies.
toast.
Don't spread lies like they're butter on that toast. That's on my screen right now.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so really quickly, all right, so I'm gonna tell you who the people were that were initially cast. We had the Das Tales, Fat Tony 92, a friend of Calvin and I's from back in the day on Podcast Land, Tina Shaw. Yep. Danielle McRae, who we would love to get back because she is just awesome, and I would love to actually be. I'd love to actually be able to cast her again. And this time to be like, hey, we can actually pay you for your voice work. It's not a lot, but we can pay you. You know, that'd be great. Because she's been a super champ. And for those of you that don't know, she has done abridging work, but she does professional voiceover work too. She actually is in the Final Fantasy VII Remake right now. Even if it's just as a minor character, she has like 4 lines in there. So she's in it. You know?
Hey, that's 4 more lines than any of us have.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Let's see. And last but not least, we had Ashley Anish, or oh god, Pandora's. Oh god, she was in the Fairy Tale Abridged that Disaster did. Pallet Town Champs Fairy Tale Abridged with the Boston accent Natsu. She was that Ursa. She was the one that was like, rhetorical question. That was her. Dude, that shit was so funny to me. I don't know why. Is the Beatus beeping at me? I don't have the Beatus! Stop it!
No, that was not the Beatus ringing. That was it's a cooking timer.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you can't yell at me. Pizza rolls don't have sugar. They just have good.
But they have starch.
But they have good pizzaness. Yeah, but sugar's the thing that they're monitoring, not starch.
Starch is a sugar.
Shh! Don't tell my body things it doesn't need to know.
Oh my god.
All right. I have been eating. Oh god, dude, I ate kale today.
Kale's not bad.
Woof.
Kale has no taste. If I wanted to have bland food, shoved down my throat, I'd eat unprocessed hot dogs.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly my point. Anyway, so let's start with. Now that I've bitched about bland food, plain yogurt. Yeah, good old times. All right. So how are we going to necessarily reword this paragraph in order to make it better to fit better a narrator? I'm still getting used to this, by the way, because all 10 scripts were initially just one document at one point. I had 62 pages. Remember, I had like 62 something pages of Infinity's Light. Yeah,
right. Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. It was a novel. It was a short novel, basically.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
So I'm thinking, do we need the narrator to announce that, or do we want a sound effect for this part?
No, there's no way we could do it with sound effect because we have no visuals. So we do need a narrator. In effect, if we're doing it as a stage play, the narrator is kind of acting as like an audiobook narrator. So now I have to change this from a script in which we initially had an artist, and I now have to change it to sound like we're doing an audiobook.
So maybe we want to explain some of the transition as we're working on this, like that Infinity's Light has gone through. And
Well, the thing is, you're just now at the beginning of the transition from one thing to the next because we haven't transitioned anything over specifically.
Well, I'm talking for the audience because they'll be like, but there's all this great art.
There is all this great art, but unfortunately, we don't have the money to hire an artist. Unless, I mean, technically we have audience members that might have the money for it, but we don't want to make demands out of every single time we want to put out a chapter that we have to pull like $600 to $700 for an artist for 1 month, you know? Because
Right.
as you guys saw, all right, those 4-panel shorts that we put together for the video, those were easy and chibi kind of fied things. They're very SD cute versions of these characters. Like the art that you're seeing here now, there is going to be a small redesign of the characters because like over the last couple of years, we've realized that we kind of want to make them a little bit different from what they are. This is not a bad design at all, guys. And this is very close to what we want. Mostly it's wardrobe redesign. It's essentially a wardrobe redesign that we're working on. The overall appearance of the characters is fine. The person that I really don't like the wardrobe design for is Jordan, who, if you're looking at the image right now, he's the boy with horns. That's Jordan. He's a Drakenfell, and we'll explain a bit about that and what all. But basically, he looks like a He-Man character when you look at like his pants and his like puffy pirate shirt or whatever. I'm just like, I'm not digging that look, and I want to change that. I also want to put like more sciencey tech kind of shit on Prouse, who's the one that has the goggles. Pippa's armor is nice, and I like her overall shape. I think she needs something like a staff or something because she's supposed to be like a mage. Alex, I want to replace the shin guards on her shins with just basic wrapping, and the same with, I mean, her arm guard. She doesn't have weapons or anything hidden in there, so it's okay. I don't want to go with like a Rock Lee aesthetic as far as like she's wearing a onesie, and I don't want to do a skin tight onesie on a girl. I don't want to over sexualize my characters, but I do feel like, you know, just some basic wrap should be fine. Also, we haven't fully defined this, but Boss, who's the big Leosian, the one
Lion.
the lion looking, the tallest of all of them, basically the really tall one. He's not wearing a shirt. He's not supposed to be wearing a shirt. Clothing is not a thing that Leosians really do. And I actually, now we have shown a different form of Tomo where she's got like a cloak on and she looks definitely more ninja and stealthy, and that's going to be really cool, and that'll play out later. So those are some minor changes that we're going to make to this. Yeah, man. I forgot to turn on the music. Hold on, let me turn on the music. Please don't stop the music. There we go. No, don't, because now you're singing over Kevin's beautiful music, and don't do that.
I stop. Stop.
We don't need Mama Say Mama San Makasa. I voiced Boss back in the day. May change, don't know. Yeah, we covered that earlier, Tony. But yes, he did voice Boss back in the day. Clothing is a guideline. I mean, I'm not going that far, but yes. And clearly, Tony, we have adopted the toast. So there you go. Nothing is a guideline. So, all right. So getting back to it, narrator right here. All right. All you guys are gonna really hear us talk about is like descriptions of stuff, and because that's what's essentially gonna have to change from narrator stuff. All right. So I actually like the opening monologue that we give Asashi, so I want to keep it, and it doesn't look like we have any major issues with wording and things like that. So I'm cool with how we have it right here. So let's go to the first part that's supposed to be narrator dialogue. And it was literally, you know, an old man in worn-looking robes stands in front of a large gathering of young people dressed in incandescent robes. That's 2 descriptions of robes. So right off the bat, in that first sentence, what the fuck was I thinking? And yeah, you're gonna hear me yelling at me a lot because I'm the one that wrote this, and I will take full responsibility. All right. And I think for the beginning part, we will still keep the actual intro that was put together, but this is the portion, like when the narrator begins, that's when we will have no visuals, and it'll just be like a radio play from there on. All right. So we will see. Let me get a picture of Asaji up here so I can give a better description of Asaji. So there we go. So the audience can now see Asaji, which is good. And
There he is.
Yep, there's Asaji. That's who we're going to be looking at. He's the guy that is giving this big speech that you guys saw in in the promo video, if you guys saw that. So how would you describe his skin color? Like, is he weathered, rugged? He's tanned.
He has kind of like an olive tone skin color.
He's got an olive tone skin color.
Yeah.
Mm.
It is not Monk Richie.
No, it is not Monk me. Whoever said that, go to hell.
All right, Yoshimi, you heard him.
Yeah, go to hell, Yoshimi. There's subsections. Well, 34 is even more cursed than I remember. It was always cursed. All right. A warm summer breeze.
Asaji always kind of reminded me of like an anime Patrick Stewart.
You can't say that because now I'm thinking it.
You're welcome.
A warm
Thanks,
summer
Tony.
breeze wafts through the air as a bald, olive-toned man stands in front of a podium. All right, I'm trying to stands in front of a podium addressing a small. Would we consider it a congregation? It's too big for me to think of calling it a grouping.
An assemblance?
A small assembly. Ooh, yeah, that is what it actually is.
Yeah, I mean, assembly,
Of-
gathering.
It would help if I spelled assembly correctly. You yawned first, you asshole!
I know, I said, God dang it.
Yeah, but you made it sound like it was my fault, and I'm like, no? Alright.
Shadow
is-
Reaper asks,
This is
can
very
we
much
talk?
how we
Can
interact with each other. We're like, you yawned first, asshole! That's our old dynamic.
All right. Shadow Reaper wants to know if we can ask, like Kelvin was saying, if we can ask questions about the character designs.
You can, but it's been 5 years. I don't remember. We'd have to pull someone
it's gonna-
else. We'd have to pull in one of our concept artists.
Right.
Yeah. And though we love her, I don't know if she's available on Discord. And if she is, that's good. We have to pay her. Somebody subbed. Thank you, whoever it was.
Varon,
Okay.
thank you for the sub.
Thank you for the sub. Small assembly of... What do we call them? I mean, they're basically teenagers. They're like 17, 16, 17.
Well,
oh,
This is a graduation ceremony, is
yeah,
it not?
graduates.
Yeah.
Graduates.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. A small assembly of graduates. His wizened His wizened face shows only slight wrinkle. Instead of only slight, how about shows slight wrinkles in the glowing light of the second sunset. So there is a second sunset as he takes in another breath before continuing. He's firmly on the sides of the polished oak podium before him and looks out among the young faces gathered before him. Okay. Okay, narrator. All right, let's go through that real quick and make sure that that's how we want it to sound. So first set of dialogue, and this is very much a test because this is the voice you're going to hear. A warm summer breeze wafts through the air as a bald, toned, not tones. Jesus. Good thing we're doing this now to catch it. As a bald, comma,
Yep.
olive-toned,
Capture
comma,
perform.
man.
Uh,
Olive-toned man. Well, bald,
don't
comma,
need that second
olive-toned
comma, yeah.
man. Yeah. As a bald, olive-toned man stands in front of a podium addressing a small assembly of students. I think we need after podium, we might need another comma. Olive-toned. Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
Olive-toned man stands in front of a podium addressing a small assembly of graduates. His wizened face shows slight wrinkles in the glowing light of the second sunset as he takes in another breath before continuing. He places his hands firmly on the sides of the polished oak podium before him and looks out among the young faces gathered in the late spring afternoon. I think that works better if instead of in the late spring afternoon, because we're giving people more of a description of like what time it is in this place. Like, okay, cool. Because I remember in the visual version of it, we had like we had like
leaves rustling, birds chirping.
birds chirp. Well, not just
whole-
in the audio, but also in and we're gonna have all that stuff still in the audio, yes. But like in the visual, for it, we had like cherry blossom stuff, and cherry blossom viewings happen in the spring.
Right.
Yeah, so we were kind of trying to give it a little bit of that anime feel. All right, that is the first paragraph done, guys. Unless there's any more changes, give it a good look, and then it's done as far as I'm concerned. But I do want to hear from you guys as well.
I think it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, it flows pretty well.
All right, good stuff. All right, guys, that is the first paragraph done. Yay! Woo! Progress.
Something 200 plus more, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, so we get our purpose as guardians has always been to maintain balance. In order for light to flourish, there must always be shadows. One cannot exist without the other. As you move on from this place of knowledge, do not forget the lessons you have learned or the many men and women who have fought so hard to ensure that you could stand here today. Okay. Yeah, I know that we recorded that and had that in the intro too. So we're going to have to redo a little bit of the intro, Calvin. Just so...
Okay.
We're going to have to redo a little bit of the intro just to include the narrator. The hard part's going to be when we get to the fight scene later and having to describe that. And I'll have to do it in a way that's intense and everything. So that's going to be a thing to... okay.
Oh.
Okay, how we...
Questioning.
Yo, go for it.
Question in the chat from me. Yoshimi asks, would you see yourself as a Neko, a demon, or an elf? Well, I'm too short to be an elf.
There are short elves.
Ding.
Not all elves in different lore and literature are tall.
I also don't have the body type for an elf.
There are fat elves
So.
too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that those things exist. Also,
Well, I don't really see.
Just to quote Goblin Slayer Bridge, not all elves are hippies.
True.
Shindig. Fenris opted for Shindig. I like that, but no.
I don't know. I feel like demon might fit me for some reason.
There you go.
Don't know why.
By the way,
seems
guys,
like a good fit though.
If you like any of the music that you guys are hearing in the background, this was all created and composed by Calvin, and I may have helped on a few, but that's about it. But it's all Calvin doing the arrangement and the final mixing and everything. So if you like the music you're hearing, well, the guy that did it is right here, so you can show your love directly.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. I think the one that we're on right now is one of those suspenseful titles. Yeah, it is Intensity, the third draft. There we go. And Prepare for Anything is up next.
Sweet.
Nice. All right, so let's move on to the next paragraph right here. Okay. Okay, a slate. Okay.
Let me buy it. Fenris, are you referring to the soundtrack? That is not up. If you are, that is not up for sale at the moment.
Yet. First off, we need. How many tracks do you have for Infinity's Light right now, Calvin?
14 or 15.
Yeah, you need to have double that for an album.
Yes.
Yeah. If you
And just for a first OST.
If you add in some grunts and Foley to the narration from the voice actors, it helps sell the scene. No, I agree. I've done audiobooks, so I'm aware. How long until I can spam the words sword fights on motorcycles? I would not spam it here because Nightbot doesn't like that. Plenty of fat, Hylian, elven people in those games based off of what I can remember, says Colton. Yeah. The Hylians are pretty fat and short.
Fair point.
So there you go. You could exist in the Legend of Zelda continuity, Calvin.
All right, fair. Don't really see myself as an elf, though.
What do you see yourself as then?
And Calvin wouldn't be a dark elf; he'd be a diabetes elf. You racist bastards! Alright, anyway.
Out of the choices Yoshimi gave, I said demon.
You're not a demon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not a demon. I'm gonna disagree. If anyone's a demon, it's the toast at the bottom of the screen.
There we go.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to use a lot more of the pages now that I'm reading this script.
We're gonna have to use a lot more of the pages.
Because we're gonna have to break some of these sentences down. The more that I'm
yeah. Or cut them out entirely. There's gonna be a whole rearranging of stuff. Best to try to compose themselves or hide their faces as he glances upon them. Sighing, he looks down to gather his composure. Instead of he sighs, because I don't want to do a lot of he said, she said stuff. Oh, hey, I recognize this one. Didn't you and I compose this song together? I think I did the initial composition for, I think it's the garden one. Yeah, A Walk in the Garden. I think I wrote this for chapter 2.
That was that's Asaji's theme, correct?
No, I don't think this is Asaji's theme, though it could be. I do believe I wrote this for episode 2 because they're doing a kind of a walking tour of the grounds, and there's like a little garden area or whatever. I
Right,
definitely
right.
wanted to write something that was just kind of warm feeling. Like you'll notice anything that I write in the beginning, there's a lot of just 3-chord stuff as opposed to 4-chord stuff. And I don't know. I start with kind of an easy thing, but that's okay too. And of course, just like the script, the audio, you know, Calvin's already told me he's gonna punch up the soundtrack as well and like beef it up, make it better. Like whatever beefing up it does, it is. But I'm just trying to give layman things. Sighing, he looks down to gather his composure when he notices the skin on his hand is slowly changing to a dark red hue. Holding up his hand and examining it with a shocked expression causes the giggling to erupt into outright laughter. How about outright laughter? I wanted... outright laughter. Taking a deep breath and composing himself. His voice and composing himself. It echoes across the field of faces before her. And so concludes the graduation of the 95th generation of Guardians. Guardians? Yeah, I think we're gonna... Yeah, because we do use Guardians in that. The class of graduate... Oh, okay. There, first off...
Stand by real quick, guys. My computer's acting up.
Oh, no!
No.
This is called...
Oh, wait, it's back. We're good.
Yay, huzzah! Okay, if you guys would go ahead and check over that second set of narrator dialogue that I wrote right here. I didn't change a lot. I just made minor changes to some things so that it would be worded better for having to speak out loud. It's when it's just basic description of something that you're trying to give for an artist versus what has to be spoken aloud. I think it's easier to kind of get away with some things, but once you have to say things aloud, you know, you have to punch it up a little bit. But this was actually a pretty good description of what was happening, so I didn't have to change much on that one, I don't think.
Nope, Colton, no worries, man. It's all good. I understand.
Demonic diabetes. God damn it. That's beautiful.
That was good.
I don't think I can edit the document.
I will send you a thing then. Oh Jesus, I forgot I had that open. No. Okay, let me close that. Let me see if I can fix that.
Lizard
Okay,
man.
you fix that. I have to step away real quick. Gotta check on my food.
Can you refresh the page and come back?
Yeah, let me refresh.
Okay.
'Cause,
Yeah, there you go. You should be
there
able
we
to
go.
edit now. Yeah.
Yeah, because right here, this line needs to completely change.
Oh, no. Stop. That's not... No. Undo all of that. We're not there yet. Bro. One at a time. I don't even know what you... Okay. I don't even know what you were messing with at that point, but don't get too far ahead of us. We're just right here. We're only on the second one. That's what I'm trying to get confirmation on. I haven't even worked on the third one yet. Don't jump right to the fourth one.
I was ready.
No, you're jumping in too quickly.
That one needs the biggest change, though.
I know it probably does. I haven't looked at it yet, but like really quickly, let's work on this real quick. Like that was what I was asking you to kind of confirm with, and you were like, "Oh, I don't think I can edit." And I was like, "Oh, did I make a typo or something?" I wanted you to look over that one, bro.
That was fine.
Bro, you scared me like that. Someone peek ahead. Yeah, someone did peek ahead.
You can't blame me. It's right in
Yes,
front
I
of
can.
me.
I can blame you right now. In
All
fact,
right,
I just did.
blame.
Yeah. You can't tell me what to do.
I wasn't that far, guys. It wasn't like the end of the page or something. What is up with the joke on editing on motorcycle?
I don't know. It's not part of my thing.
God, I felt like we've done this so much.
All right, give me a second. I'm grabbing a few things so I can kind of have images to describe.
Now, let me take a look.
Give me a moment. Yeah, just keep the chat kind of entertained for a second because I'm having to grab stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. So, chat, how's everyone doing on this Wednesday? I mean, it's a little bit different for us to do an actual writing session in front of you guys.
Right?
Sorry you guys can't see it.
Not entirely,
Okay,
but give us a
for it.
second. Give us. Well, you can't see the script, but I'm gonna show images very
yeah.
soon. Okay. First off, let me go back to. Let's get back to chapter 1 and get to page 3. So that way I can. That way you guys can see kind of what we're talking about here. So he notices the thing on his hand, and then there we go. Full-blown laughter.
Maybe Yoshiming. We'll see what happens tonight.
13. I will say that if we have to bump What the Fell just to keep working, we will do that. Because
That's why I said maybe.
yeah, I figured that's what you were talking about, but I figured I'd jump in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm up to page 16. Guys, keep in mind there's like 40 something pages of this that have been done, but that's still not all of chapter 1. Most of chapter 1 was drawn, but we don't have the final version of chapter 1. Like, we don't have the finished fight scene, which was a big portion of it. So that's part of why we were like, oh, we can't do this, even though we'd really, really love to. But like, if we decided that we did want to do the art and you guys really like this, like, we're gonna go with what the audience not only enjoys, but what you guys are willing to fund. And probably the cheapest version right now is to just go ahead and do kind of a radio drama. And yeah, man, that's probably the easiest way to do this. All right, I'm up to 24. So you guys will essentially get the version I'm doing is the no text, so you have very little context for what's really happening in this show. All right, we're at 26. Oh, I have 26. Okay, cancel that. Cancel that. Yeah,
Welcome
26,
back,
27. Welcome back, Calvin. Did you butter your toast?
Oh, I buttered it good.
There you go. Attaboy. Somebody taught you well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. We're terrible, terrible people. But,
Oh, yeah.
But our audience already knew that, and that's why they subbed to us. Okay, so I'm
Exactly.
currently actually going through and downloading the actual non-text version of the comic page by page right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm up to page 32 at the moment. And I can skip 33 because we already have that. So now I go to page 34. Which, yes. 34. Now we are at 35. It doesn't take a long time, guys. It really doesn't. To download them, it's actually pretty quickly done. But still, there are some changes just in the way that the art looks that I would want to change as well. Okay, so there was no text on that page anyway. And 39. Okay, so the next thing that I have to worry about is 43. But we're at 41. No text on 40. Now we go to 41. No text on 41.
Jared, how do you not like butter?
No text on 42. We can skip 43, 44. Do we have a 45? Is there a 45 already on here? Yes, there is. Okay, so we skip 45. 46 has no text. 47 has no text. Okay, we're at 48. No text on that one. And I forget what 49 looked like. Yeah, we had almost 50. Ah, damn it. 49 has stuff, but it's got text all over it. And I don't know if I want to show that. You know what? That will be the only one that has text that I will show. All right,
Okay.
so we've got 49 pages. We've got 49 more pages, even though technically where we're at right now, we're starting at page 3 and page 4. So just to kind of give people an idea of where in the actual story we're at, just to give them that kind of a brief idea.
Jeez, just
Oh, I had the same. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. That's
I mean,
the
I
full
would
version,
love-
so I'm gonna
I would
swap
love
it
to
over.
do it as something like the shadow and stuff. I think, God, but that's a lot of sound editing.
I mean, it was all going to be, nothing has changed in the version that Calvin was going to be doing. Nothing's really changed, except now we have visuals to go with it. It's just, this time we don't have the visuals, but all of the sound stuff was going to be the same.
Oh yeah,
And honestly, right now, unless we suddenly get a giant inflow of money to throw at an even better sound setup for Calvin, I'm thinking even if we were to like crank these out on a regular basis, it would be one episode a month. Like, because there's so much content here, you know? Either that or we bring you and Ariane both working on stuff simultaneously, but that would require like greater communication from everybody, like constant communication.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, Calvin, would you go over this one real quick so you kind of have an idea as to what's going on?
Okay.
And guys, just to show you just how intimidating this could be, I'm going to show you one thing. This is our characters and races. This, I don't want you to really worry about or pay attention to this. The thing I want you to pay attention to is everything on this side. These are characters, right? And then we have like specific factions, different generations. We have rivalry, hostile rivalry, friendly rivalry. And then we get down here to races. Okay, so different guardian races, humans, Drakenfell. Oh my god, there's multiple types of Drakenfell. There's Earth, Sky, and Celestial. Then we get human race, yeah, human mixed races. So, you know, what if they're half Drakenfell, half human? What if they're Wahada mixed? Wahada are bats. Leosian mixed, lions. Then we get to high blood. Then, you know, actual Leosian, Wahada, a tapir, Fennec fox, you know, all that stuff. And every time you click on one, like say if I go to Drakenfell right here. Oh, okay, that just loaded Drakenfell. Okay, well, here's a quick summation about Drakenfell. Oh shit, well they have different affinities. Okay, what's the difference between them? What's the difference between Earth, Sky, and Celestial? Okay, well, what are the human mixed versions? What are the differences between male and female as opposed to throat is exposed? Okay, so, you know, what are some of the main differences? So you get those things.
No, we're not. The thing is, we're not even asking specifically.
For about what? What is
like? I love funny AMV secondary said, sorry, I can't do the shut up and take my money.
No, we're not asking for money right now. We are not asking for money at all right now. This is still way too soon in development for us to even be considering money as a thing.
Right.
If we need to ask for money, it's going to be around the time that we're ready to start working on it. It'll be next year by the time we start asking for money if we need to at all. So, as you guys can see, like, this is the level of world building that we have to do behind the scenes that you'll never see. You know, you'll never see in the actual thing. So, new planets races without ARC documents. We don't have that yet. So, a bear race, a wolf one, crow, moths, you know, stuff like that. And the beautiful thing about this is that when we start putting all this together, Fel, you're going to have a grand time with that, because what we're doing is we're essentially basically building the different races based on D&D. We're using D&D to make character races and then individual characters. So it's like, okay, if we want to create this new race. So at the same time, this is one of those things that I would like, he would jump on, he would be excited to hear about this, is just be like, hey, tell Matt Mercer we're just creating all brand new species using D&D. He would be all on board with that as far as just general happy nerdiness, you know? Like, oh my God, people are using D&D for something so cool. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Calvin, I want you to take a look at this highlighted paragraph and let me know if it passes muster or not.
Yep, I read it. Looks good to me.
Okay. All right. So we can move on to the next. And I had to cut out after this part and make it all narrator stuff. So this is our next one that we're working on. All right. Class of graduates gathered. Okay, so this paragraph right here, if you guys are seeing what's on screen for the stream, that's the first panel. They stand up proud and they're doing their best to stifle their laughter, but they're not succeeding. He steps back from the podium, abruptly turns around and walks abruptly turns around and walks away, his robes swaying angrily behind him. Oh, okay. No longer able to contain themselves. I like that better instead of at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that better. Okay, the class of graduates gathered before him attempt to stifle. Attempt to stifle their laughter and stand proud. However, a few smiles and giggles corners. S. Okay, attempt. No. Okay, bam. Okay. Smiles and giggles creep up the corners of a few of their mouths. Interrupting. Interrupting the otherwise. How about, okay, because I need to have something to state, like, clearly the smiles creeping up the corners of their mouths is fine, but, like, I did say that we added giggles in, so it would be like, I'd have to put something in to, add flavor for the giggles as well, so, of the corners of their mouths, interrupting the otherwise silent informal proceedings. He steps back from the podium abruptly, turns around, and walks quickly. Abruptly, I think, would need a comma after that. Turns around. So let's try this. The class of graduates gathered before him attempt to stifle their laughter and stand proud. However, okay, so that should be a sentence right there. Stand proud should be the end of a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I can start the next sentence with however, comma. Okay. However, a few smiles and giggles creep up the corners of a few of their mouths, interrupting the otherwise silent, informal proceedings. He steps back from the podium. He steps back from the podium abruptly, turns around, and walks quickly away, his robes swaying angrily behind him. No longer able to contain themselves, the entire graduating class breaks into a roar of laughter, which echoes behind him. Echoes, not echoed. Jesus. Find your tenses better, Richie. Right. Echoes behind him as he rushes. See, echoed behind him as he rushes. Echoes behind him as he rushes towards a shimmering tower of stone and crystal. And that's when we swap scenes. So yeah, this is literally him walking away, and then we cut to the next scene.
Yeah, and that's the part I was trying to work on.
Well, I mean, we're gonna do this. How about, no, actually, it'd be better if we did a chiding voice.
Yeah, I thought a chiding voice was the right direction.
Called out from behind her, so. So, all right. So you get, all right. The person that's being described is Pippa, here. I feel like what's really funny is we're not Okay.
One thing I just noticed is we need to describe.
Alex and what she's
Alex.
doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually.
So, well, I mean, initially we were gonna have this visual, but now that we don't have it, I need to do added narration, which is kind of the point here. Drake Infell. Drake as in dragon.
Oh. So what about dragon? What about a dragon in me?
Nothing. There's no Drake and Fell. I'm correcting that it's Drake Infell. And a good writer would know that you do need the backstory on every fucking tree branch. Mean the source of his frustration is busy hiding the evidence of her prank. Prank.
Drakenfell.
Drakenfell. Because they're drakes. Young dragons are referred to as drakes. You don't call them drags.
Oh no, I was making. I
Not-
think they were.
Not to be confused with the rapper Drake.
Who
Although-
clearly does not have horns or scales.
Though
Although,
somebody
if you wanted to
should
draw
make a
Drake
Drake
as
and
a
Fell
Drake
version of Drake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but if you want to draw a Drake and Fell version of Drake. Meanwhile, the source of his frustrations is busy hiding the evidence of her prank by attempting to return a few borrowed potions back from where she got them. That's a good thing. See, I'm not giving a description of Alex, I'm just describing what this girl is doing, because we do get a description of Alex shortly. Okay. Okay. All right, now back to the other. All right, so I think this is good. The meanwhile part, I need to put a comma right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Or Drax, who we can obviously see because he's moving too slowly. T-O-O, slowly. All right. A woman poked her head around the corners of a row. All right, so we're good on this. Are we good on this sentence? This added stuff for fitting with this right here? Because it is describing what she's doing, even if we don't see her, and it's okay to have a little bit of mystery first.
Source of frustration is. I think it should.
I think
be
it should be
was.
was, yeah.
Now that I.
Was busy. The source of his frustrations was busy hiding the evidence of her prank. Period.
What's up?
Do we want to make reference to the to Alex's current location?
Probably inside. We should describe that as
Me-
inside the academy.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think-
good. It's a good
Like
point to
meanwhile,
do this around.
meanwhile in the locker room or whatever
Well,
location.
just saying in the locker room is like, that's a good thing. How about this?
Draco, where's Sean Connery?
Sean Connery, you say? Is that better? She carefully placed them. She carefully placed them on a small leather satchel, with care. Okay, she carefully placed I don't need to have the with care. That's too much. Carefully and then with care is not. We don't need to use the same thing twice. She carefully placed them in a small leather satchel as not to cause them to echo off the cone-stoled floor of the locker room she was currently hidden in. As not to cause them. That feels off. Something about that feels off. In order to satchel hoping how about hoping not to cause them to echo off of the cold stone floor of the locker room.
How about
She was
hoping
currently
to prevent them from
to prevent
echoing
them
off.
from.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's much better. Yes, I like that.
I mean, in the meantime, guys, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. We're here to discuss as much as we're writing.
Yes.
We know it's not a pretty art
Yes.
stream like Tony's interesting stream, but like, damn it, we have beautiful music, man. Beautiful music and
First off, I wasn't gonna say anything like that. Secondly, we've got plenty of art going on here. We've got full fucking manga panels. So,
I know. I'm
Actually,
messing
when
up.
it comes to the art game, I
Just
think
trying
we're
to stir the
killing
pot
it.
here.
I think we're
I'm
killing
just
it.
having.
I mean, I may be biased, but I think we're killing it in the art department because we've got a mostly finished product with chapter 1, you know?
It's just I get that. I'm just having some fun. I'm just
Just stirring the pot here.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get a conversation going.
Okay, so here's the thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and go through this instead of going through it slowly, just so you guys can see where we're headed. And actually, for Fel, this is his first time seeing the actual comic itself.
Yeah,
He's not seen this on a page-by-page basis, so here we go.
No.
All right, here's the next page. Welcome to page 6 out of 49. All right, here's 7. No context whatsoever. Just, yep. See, we have versions that have no word bubbles and no text in them, so that we could swap between the two for when we wanted to add word text as it fit.
Right.
Oh, and fell? I see how it is, Jared.
See,
Ooh.
this is why he's just a big dumb crocodile.
Shade.
Alligator, whatever. Big dumb wangy. All right, this is one that you guys actually have seen, but yeah. There's page 9. I love the double page spread. Like, this was so well done. And we may use the colored version later. Oh, oops. There is a text version. Okay, here we go. I forgot about this one. The bottom panel, Alex's face. We know why. Calvin and I know why, and I think Feld does too. He's read through the script once at least. And now everybody else knows why.
I love Pippa's incredibly dramatic pose as she's getting dragged.
Yeah, that's very dramatic. You're not wrong. I don't know if it was very purposeful that the background's not fully inked in the forest. Bamboo forest. Did we? Yeah, we just skipped from 12 to 26. Why did we skip from 12 to 26? Hang on a second, guys. Okay, there we go. There's 13. $14, $15. I love Pippa's pose right there on the bottom panel. She's just like, I'm so sorry that my friend is basically tearing your arm off.
Yeah, there's no good way of like properly conveying yeah about that, sorry. Oh, what song is playing right now?
That is Prepare for Anything, 5th draft.
Jared's enjoying this one.
Mm.
And I love this song too.
And now we're back in the garden. A walk through the garden. Wait a second. Let me go back real quick. That's Cora. We hit a Cora in there. That's beautiful. All right. That's 23.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. I love this panel right here. When we get those full page panels and we're able to get like a lot of detail in them, man, it's so good.
Mm.
And this is 33. We move to 34. I forgot about this. I was like, well, okay, in this one moment, Pippa's butt looks way too good. Do Tomo got that booty? She do. God, I forgot how pretty we made him look. Oh God! Oh God! I almost forgot about this. Oh, that's not the full page. I need to re-download 44. But that's pretty funny. No, the no text for 44 is hilarious because we just grabbed the moment that Pippa just does a Phoenix Wright pose. Because that's not the full page. Okay.
Objection.
There we go.
Objection. Does anyone have that sound effect that we can just do?
Sadly, I do not.
I do not, sadly, no.
Damn it, I need to get a soundboard or something.
Okay. Okay, there we go. And then we get a close-up of the objection again. Also, I just want to note, look at Pippa's just kind of like side-eye glance at Alex. She's like, "Are you okay, honey?" And there's 49, so you finally get some text. Yeah, that magic cancellation thing is pretty rare. And it's definitely not something that can be taught, but it's different for each person. There's no such thing as finding someone with the same cancellation ability. There you go, bam. And that's where we got up to. And believe it or not, alright, so page 49 is in the chapter. There's 17 pages in this script, by the way. Just for chapter 1. And that's not even, we haven't even added new narration dialogue and stuff. Oh God, magic physics. I believe I made up a thing.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I made up a thing that's basically magic and physics at the same time. So I was like, magic physics. Okay, so you guys can't see it right now, but this is all right. Fel, you and Calvin can see page 12. No, page 13 out of 17 is where the comic ends. That paragraph right there is where the comic ends right now. So we still have 1, 2, 3, basically 4 pages of script left to go, which is somewhere around 8 to 10 more pages of this. This was supposed to be like in the 60s. That's how big it was. But now that we don't have to worry about page count for an artist, we can drag out the following chapters even more too, because you got to realize that chapter 1, this is about the 8th or 9th draft that has been gone over. So it's a bit of a ways. Okay, and we're here. We going back. All right, so going back to our previous thing. Yeah, we're just at the beginning. We haven't even gotten into the actual meat of the dialogue and stuff yet. All right. Whew.
I'm looking at this, and I'm gonna be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're gonna have a what the fell.
Well, actually, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing that, bro, there's no way we can get all of this done in one session, so we're probably gonna have multiple sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do multiple sessions. Because
Okay.
essentially, all we've done is gone through maybe a page. We haven't even gotten to a page and a half yet.
Jesus.
Yeah. So we're right here right now. Young woman poked. All right, so let's take a look at this quick paragraph and make sure that everything's good here. If we need to add anything, and you guys are seeing on the screen what's happening. So, yeah. In fact, pardon me. In fact, to make this a little bit easier. Okay. On Discord, you can now see everything that I'm sharing instantly. So there you go. Because I'm screen sharing on Discord so you guys can see it. That way you don't have to
There.
jump back and forth between the stream.
Okay.
Jared, my God. Richie, there's more. No. I teleported bread. That totally explains the toast. We teleported bread. We got about 15 more minutes of this if we're wanting to do What the Fell, because I want to make sure you have 15 minutes to set up for What the Fell. By the way, what are we doing if we do What the Fell tonight?
I don't even know yet. I have to figure that out.
Calvin, don't you have golfing with friends?
I think I do.
I don't.
Fell doesn't have golfing with friends. Where's Salty Rick when we need him?
At work, sadly.
You know what we could do Quiplash. I have Jackbox. Like if you want to join for a Jackbox party.
Richie, do you have golfing with friends?
Yes, I do. We could also do Destiny. All three of us have Destiny, and we still got stuff that needs to be done.
I still was having errors with Destiny. I would like to avoid Destiny.
They've done updates like crazy over the last couple of weeks.
I'm still too far behind you guys. That's the one.
Golf with
issue.
your
Well,
friends.
that's okay. First off, that's not my problem. It's not my fault that you are not or that you're far behind level wise. We can still keep doing story stuff to run you through. Or we can run you to places. Because right now, the soft level cap is 1,000. So you should just keep getting more and more stuff as time goes on. And because you've got new seasonal content, you should be able to beef up your stuff with the new season.
We'll see. Because last time I tried, it just was not. But
Well,
like you
I
said,
also just don't want to do GTFO tonight. Not after Infinity's
no.
Light. That feels
I-
like too much
I-
of a stretch.
I'm not. I didn't say
Okay.
GTF.
I know, but I'm just
I
saying
wasn't
I
even
want to
thinking-
rule that one out right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I would.
This paragraph. Let's see if are we good or do we want to add more? Like what? What are you guys feeling for that?
Let me get back. Maybe is this the time that we go into the description of Alex?
No, this isn't when we go into the description of Alex. I don't believe so.
We should change it to the young woman.
Well, no, because we're not seeing her on screen. A young woman poked her head around the corner, and then we're describing said young woman. It's not it's a, because we are not aware of who Pippa is, and it's just her. They're her head around from the corner of a row of lockers. By the way, I don't know if we clarified that this is an empty locker room. We probably should have clarified that this is an empty locker room.
I think it's just because the narration is now focusing on Alex. We have to describe a peckish voice was calling from behind her. The young woman poked her head around from the corner.
A young woman, not the young. No, I don't like the. Because it's a different woman first and foremost, not the young woman. Because we're not describing Alex, we're describing Pippa. So we're not talking about it. We're talking about a different character. That's why it's a young woman, not the young woman. Because if you say the young woman, then people think you're talking about the same character. Whereas you're talking about a new character. We're introducing a new character in Pippa. Now, if we wanted to go ahead and describe Alex, I thought we did that later, but it's looking like we didn't. If we were going to do that, then we needed to do it up here in the previous paragraph. And the thing is, how to best describe Alex. Jesus. Just so you guys know, this little dark streak of hair that she has right up in here in front, that's green right now, and she can change it whatever color she wants.
Okay. Calvin, what are you thinking?
Wait, this coming Tuesday?
Yeah.
Man, come on. I can't keep plugging everybody's stuff. I've already gotten yelled at for plugging people's stuff too much. So now I'm just not doing it.
Well, I relate the message.
Okay. Like I got yelled at for how many? Never mind. I'm not. No, I don't want to.
I'll do it.
No, that's Fel. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I got yelled at for like something related to plugging stuff recently. So and I don't want to go into it because I'm on the air, and it's honestly none of the audience's business. But still.
Okay, let's
and that's
get
like
back.
I mean, that's like a week away, but yeah, I mean, so, okay, I don't know how I don't know how to properly sit down and describe Alex, and I can't. I'll worry about Tony's request later. Right now, I want to focus on getting Alex described.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Like, what's the best way to describe her in a way that doesn't make her sound like a hobbit?
She's not that. Okay, first off, she's not that short. Secondly, She has a martial artist's body, so she is lithe, motherfucker. She will break your shit. She will break her foot off in your diabetic ass, sir. Like, she will knock the beatus right out of you, and then roundhouse kick it right back in. She's got them Chuck Norris level roundhouse kicks.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's bad.
She's not one to be trifled with.
She's not one to be trifled with. Oh dear Lord, Revan. That is beautiful.
Don't worry, guys. Jeez. Shit.
Okay,
How
hang
did
on.
you when you talked to the artist originally? What did you use to describe it? That is.
I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Like, literally, if you want a description of Alex, click on the freaking characters and races thing. She's at the very top.
I know. I'm just.
Her personality is stuff that's is at the top of the thing, but like, you've got a description. She's got short chin length, blonde with random streak. I don't know if I like her as blonde though. I never thought of her as blonde.
I don't picture her as a blonde.
Yeah, I don't either.
I never thought of her. When I've looked at images, I expected her hair to be all over the place, to be honest. Because this is like a fantasy world, so you can have any fucking color you want.
True.
Well, sci-fi fantasy.
Hey.
Let's be more honest on that.
I was kind of imagining her as a redhead, though.
I don't.
She might do that at one point, but we'll see. I definitely want to take a look at different versions of her.
God.
Okay. Okay, 5'4", slender, gymnastic, flat chest, lithe. Can fit easily through narrow spaces, angular but not strong facial features. She has the body of Go-Go from Big Hero 6. Oh yeah, that's basically a good description of.
I was gonna
just a general
I was gonna
description.
say
She got that Go-Go body.
I was gonna say she is a slightly taller Biles.
She's a slightly taller what?
Simone Biles.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Ooh, I heard that.
You should probably not do that to yourself, sir.
No, those are my shoulders. Good Lord.
Jesus. Yeah, I could hear that. I was like, oh, like, that was my shoulders. The fuck?
Yeah, I need a
Hey.
chiropractor really bad.
I can tell. I mean, I need to go one myself, but Jesus, I could hear that. I'm not sure the audience heard that either. Damn it, Jared, you typed in yawning and now I need to yawn. Fuck you.
Why did you even say the word?
He did.
No, but now you said it out loud, fucker. Yeah. Squatting over a box marked Alex's stuff. A dark-haired young woman with a single green streak of color on one of her bangs. Okay, instead of putting this at the end of the sentence, God damn it. Okay, I know where I need to take it. Cut that out. Yeah, I need to cut that out there. Meanwhile, the source. How about, bam, there. No, Jesus. There we go. Do. There.
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
Okay, there we go. So, okay, so right after we get done with talking about, meanwhile, the source of his frustrations was busy hiding the evidence of her prank. Squatting over a box marked Alex's stuff, a dark-haired young, comma, I think we can put a comma there. A dark-haired young woman with a single green streak of color on one of her bangs was attempting, okay, there we go, was attempting to return a few borrowed potions from where she had gotten them. Okay. And then we get to, oh, dear Lord. There we go. Looking through. Okay. I did this wrong. Apologies. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that.
I think you can omit that entire
yeah,
that
I think
entire
I can
sentence.
admit that entire thing. The only thing I haven't done is like describe her. I mean, we're gonna describe some of her physical features just with the conversation between her and Pippa.
Right.
Okay, so here's the thing, Phil. Here is the thing. Do you want to call it for now, or would we like to do an extra hour of continuing on with Infinity's Light stuff?
Let's call it for now, because I think there's a couple things I want to do a little bit more, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And guys, this doesn't mean that we're not going to be working on this in the meantime between when we do another stream. So what do you guys think? Do we want to do this as a stream? Do we want to do this maybe a little bit earlier next week, maybe, or something?
Maybe. It really depends on my work schedule. I need to know if I'm working. The only reason we even did this late is because of my work schedule.
Yeah, that's also true.
Now, at the moment, it's scheduled that I am off Wednesday next week, but that's not finalized till tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I will let everyone know, and we can make an announcement, because obviously we still want to continue to show that we're working on this original project
Right.
here.
Yeah.
And I would like to at least take a 15-minute break so I can go eat something.
Well, go do that anyway. Whether we stop now or not, you should go eat.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure I was here working so we could get the project.
You can still go take a 15-minute break, dude. I'd rather keep. My vote is to keep working for at least another hour because we barely scratched anything on chapter 1. And this is chapter 1, bro. We've got like 9 more chapters to go through.
I know, and we've barely scratched.
Yeah.
One. We've done one page.
we've done 1 page and 1 paragraph.
Yeah.
We have lengthened considerably the page count though.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
We've lengthened it by 1 page count.
I am not surprised.
A chiding voice called out from behind her. A young woman poked her head around. Okay, so let's see. Meanwhile, the source of his frustrations was busy hiding the evidence of her prank. Squatting over a box marked Alex's stuff, a dark-haired young woman with a single green streak of color on one of her bangs was attempting to return a few borrowed potions back from where she had gotten them. She carefully placed them in a small leather satchel, hoping to prevent them from echoing off of the cold stone floor of the empty locker room she was currently hidden in. Or hiding in. How about hiding instead of hidden? Because she's not. Because clearly by Pippa showing up, clearly she's not successful, so she's trying to hide. Hiding. I think hidden would mean that she is implying that she would be successful. Hiding means that there's a chance that she's not, right?
She rolled lower in her stealth check.
That's super true. Okay. You're late. Okay. And I've also decided to go against the not using contractions thing, because the more people said stuff, it was like, the more I heard Pippa not using contractions, the weirder it sounded to me. You're late, okay. Alex. Well, initially we had decided to go with Pippa does not use contractions. And then I was like, well, that's just silly and it makes her sound weird.
Like, was that an attempt to, like, give her, like, a larger sense of pretense?
Or, well, making her sound more regal.
Oh, that's right.
But Pippa's not regal, so that was just... Okay. So we're still good on this one, right? This paragraph there? The one I've highlighted?
I think that one's fine.
Okay. So here's my other thing. Since we're a bit further along in Infinity's Light than they are with Check, should we also start doing at least a behind the scenes as to how a song gets made for Infinity's Light, where we can do just one song?
I think that would be interesting.
In terms of kind of like a breakdown of how a song came together?
We're literally doing a live stream of you putting a song together from scratch. To kind of hype, we can do it as a way to kind of hype up things even more.
Well, there has been an idea that's been kind of burning in my brain for a few months now. So
do tell. I'm interested. I'm for it. We'll get cracking on that. I'd like to do it. If we can't do it,
ideally it would be like a Friday night or sometime during the weekend.
All right, if they're not doing anything Friday night, I'd like to try and do it Friday night. A Friday night. I don't know if we can do it this Friday night, but I do know that normally they have not been doing gaming stuff on the gaming channel, which, guys, if you haven't subbed to the gaming channel, please sub to the gaming channel. They need to get to 1,000 so that they can get those nice super chats going in. Okay.
Yes.
I need to tell Tony to take care of the super chats that came in today. Those super chats need to be stashed away and go directly to Infinity's Light. It doesn't go to any specific person. It goes to Infinity's Light itself. So we should have a thing going for,
which would help us pay for actors and everything.
It would definitely, it definitely helped to have like an already built up storage nest for stuff for Infinity's Light, so that we can hire more people and pay them better and things like that. Because right now, even just taking the monthly stuff that we do into account, and I can't go into all of the finances, but just taking the monthly amount that we would normally give to editors that we would put towards Infinity's Light actors instead, we would only be able to pay probably the main 6 voice actors of the cast. Because there are 6 characters that are main. And just so you guys know, the guys that we showed you, Jordan, Prouse, and Boss, don't even show up until Chapter 2. So this first chapter is all the girls.
Oh, that's right.
I was sitting here thinking for a moment that I was wondering, because I was like, man, I wonder who our alligator is going to be, the big, silly, stupid one. And then I realized, oh, that's Alex. I was like, we don't have one of those guys. Those guys are lovable and silly and adorable and dumb. And then I realized that's Alex. We wrote this a little too seriously. We need to put some more comedy in here. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
I mean, there are moments of lightheartedness, like
Fel, have you gone to go get food?
No, I've been taking care of other things.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I'm being.
All right.
I will
really quickly, just so we can finish this. Calvin, are you good with this narration dialogue right here that I have highlighted?
Wait. Wait. I don't see anything highlighted.
Oh, I highlighted this whole sentence, bro. This next narration sentence. You guys don't see that?
Okay.
Now we do.
Okay, well, there it is. There it is.
Okay.
Apparently wants to be a bitch.
Yeah, that one. I honestly don't think we need this right here. I could, if nothing else, I would leave this as just. I would leave this as voiceover direction. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I would, good call.
Yeah, I would do that as voiceover direction.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
That means we'd have to highlight that really quickly. I'm going to highlight it in orange. Okay, so we can have voiceover direction that will be highlighted in orange. Yeah, like that. Is that easy to see?
Yeah, that we can see that pretty easily.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can see the text easily.
Yeah.
So, look, we've already cut out at least an extra sentence that didn't need to be there. Okay, so we've at least made it to page 6. Of the 49 pages, we've made it to page 6.
Jared says Fan Fridays into Infinities.
I would be glad to do Infinity Fridays.
That would be cool.
Because the thing is, with as much as Fel is not able to show up some Wednesdays for this, I don't think we could immediately replace What the Fel with Infinity's Light content unless we're just doing music.
Right.
Because he's still one of the writers, and I need him here for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, irritated reply.
I mean, as much as we were debating on one line, guys, this is normal, just to be clear, that Richie and I will debate on a few lines.
Yeah, and there's going to be plenty of times where I'm going to be like, no, you're wrong, and here's why. It's just how it is, man. Okay, got to get back to... And we haven't even gone over the plot outlines, the overall plot outlines yet. Shit, I don't even think Fel knows the big twist and how it's going to end.
No, I don't, actually.
Ooh, buddy. Okay. We know what the key midway point is going to be. That's going to change. That's going to make the story like progress so much more. I don't want to give anything more away while we're streaming. I'll tell you more when we're not streaming.
Yeah, anyway. that might be. God damn it!
Yeah. We were being sent out to investigate the rumors. A possible conversion. Okay, X that out. How about... And then I can do that. Bam. So there we go. We've cut that part out. Glancing, not glanging. What the fuck is glanging?
It's that new hip thing the kids are doing nowadays.
It's called glanging. And with all their TikToks and Instagrams and
I'm not even sure what the fuck.
And what's it?
Huh?
What is it with you
Y'all
kids
don't know
and
about-
apps?
Y'all know about the glanging challenge, man?
Man, back in my day, we used to have to walk 10 miles uphill both ways in the snow just to get coronavirus.
Oh my god.
just to buy a 6-pack of the Rona. Wait, I meant the beer. Now when we ask for Corona Light, you have to explain what you mean. Do you want... Are you asking for a light beer, or do you want mild symptoms?
Oh, God.
God damn it.
If you could have seen my face when I said that, that was even better. Because, all right, because here it is, I went. All right, so, oh, it's not showing my camera. Oh, that's sad.
Shad face.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yes.
No, I'm good, man. You guys can stop that, right? Okay, so there we go. I had to screen share. I mean, it's not like I'm sharing my sound. I wasn't trying to. So. What if God was one of us?
That's not even the song I was
Had
thinking.
to beat us like one of us. Spreading corona on the bus, just trying to make his way home. I'll bet he's got a garden gnome and a patch of baldness on his dome. Just trying to make his way home. Are you too good for your home? God damn it, Adam Sandler.
God damn it. I blame my brother. That he's placed so much stuff in the background. I hear it in my head now.
Well, I mean, the better thing would be to grows, though, right? Okay. I'm gonna ignore that one. Thank you. Okay. A lot of these are basic. I just need to Alex snapped back, so I have. And add just like a sprinkling of description. So, if things are done right, I can at least end this stream having gone through 2 pages. Alright, so here's the things that I added. I've added places where voiceover direction is important. And then I added, so Pippa asked, glancing at the streak of green hair running through Alex's otherwise raven locks. So instead of blonde, we changed it to raven. So you're going with green this week. Okay. And then I made the response after Alex's line, changed it to Alex snapped back, hugging her chest tightly and glaring at Pippa with intense jealousy. You know, that kind of thing. I don't know how I'm going to read it. I'm just doing a random reading. Oh, and just to clarify, the scene I'm talking about is this. So the top right, no, the top left panel is the panel that I'm describing. So, yeah. Alex snapped back, hugging her chest tightly. Well, she would at some point. No, she's not hugging her chest in this scene. Is it a different scene? Or is she... No, okay, it's this one. My bad. Because... Okay, Alex snap. I'm sorry. Okay. The line of dialogue that she's saying is the bottom scene. Apologies. Is the bottom panel here. So that's the line of dialogue that she's giving where she's saying, I'm sorry I don't look like I could feed a set of twins already. So yes, we're talking about her flat-chestedness, and Pippa's actually well endowed. Then this one on page 8. So we're at the top of page 8. That's where we are.
Gotcha.
Jealousy. I was referring to your height, but I guess that works too. Okay. Out of the locker room and into a large open Jesus, what would you call this? Is that a hallway? What would you even call this?
Corridor?
Would it be called a corridor? Because look, there's 2 halves of it. Large open stone and marble
Corridor. A long passage in a building from which doors lead into rooms.
Okay, well that could also be described as a hall, but okay. Okay, I don't need to put quotations on things anymore, so I can get rid of a lot of those. Okay, just try to remember not to get too excited. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, we've gone through 2 pages now.
Yeah.
2 pages of script took us through. 2 pages of script takes us through 8 pages of the actual episode, of the actual chapter.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. A large double wooden.
Set of double doors.
Is it a set of double door? Set of double doors. Double doors that this I before E rule is really annoying. Okay, double doors that reached almost to the. Jesus. Okay, that ceiling is basically all right. This room is not just double their height. This corridor is not simply double their height. It's like 3 times their height.
Triple?
Yeah, reached almost to the ceiling of the corridor. Because I'm trying to give scope to how big this corridor is. We can see it here, but we don't. You know, when we can't see it, what can be done? You know, how do we describe this better when we don't have visuals? So that's going to be my biggest thing as a narrator, is trying to find ways to do that as the writer and the narrator. Okay. So there we go. Now we're done with 2 pages.
All right.
So long as you approve this final paragraph from the narrator.
Let's see.
We don't need ellipses. We don't need ellipses there, Calvin.
I didn't put a period there.
Somebody did.
That wasn't me. No, legit, it wasn't me.
What is this stream about? PhatDogStudio doing their own manga? Yes. Yes, very much. What about foyer instead of corridor? It's not a foyer. I don't know. I just caught up to the latest chapter of Tower of God. I'm not caught up. Fan Fridays and but yeah, there's that, and then because the door that I'm describing is like, look at Pippa opening the door at the beginning of the next page, at the top of the next page, and then she opens it into a purely, and this is something that's going to have to definitely be described, because like you've got that, but like now I have to describe the color of it, which is very different. Hang on. There's a big difference between the black and white version and the colored version.
Yeah.
All right, so the color version is this. The room is basically made out of like some sort of blue crystal. And like it's a very shiny kind of floor. It's almost like marble, but it's very shiny and reflective of like lights in here. And the crystal on the walls kind of glows in order to make sure that, you know, you can see clearly as though we're kind of like daytime, and it's kind of, the crystal is providing natural lighting. So it's pretty interesting, and I'm gonna have to describe all of that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So there you go. That's what's going on. All right. Well, we're 2.5 hours in, and we're down to just 9 people. But to all 9 of you, thank you for coming by, checking it out, hanging out with us. We will be back with What the Fell in about 15 minutes or so. However long it takes Fell to get ready.
Probably gonna be longer for me because I gotta go take my dog out.
Oh, well, shit. No matter what happens, I have to actually do Haikyuu at 10 my time. So either we continue, either we take a break now and come back to doing this, or we try to squeeze in an hour of What the Fell. But those are our options at the moment.
I say we squeeze. I mean, Calvin, how long is it going to take you?
Like 20 minutes.
All right, so why don't we meet back in like 25 minutes?
Okay, Tuesday is going to be another Check art stream, guys. So if you want to check out more original content from PhatDogStudios, come back by on Tuesday. We aren't 100% sure on what we want to do, like when we could do a music thing, but I definitely want to do a music thing. It'd be great to just work on composing the soundtrack. But if we could do Infinity Fridays instead of having a bump Fells stream back on Wednesdays, that might be easier, even though I am doing a Friday show as well on my channel, but I can stay up late on Friday nights, no problem. So the problem is now I'm doing anime streams on my Twitch channel Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So it's like an anime slumber party. And Friday,
and then
Friday
what are you streaming?
Friday is Cells at Work. Tonight it's Haikyuu. We're starting up season 2 of Haikyuu, and then Friday it's Cells at Work. So that means anybody who's wanting to do the Cells at Work one shot with me, that would be something that they might want to come and sit down with, and we can just watch Cells at Work. Also, tomorrow I have to continue streaming the last 5 episodes of that piece of shit Bofuri series.
So I'm guessing your opinion has not changed about Bofuri.
If nothing, it's gotten worse.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah, the anime has not done itself any favors.
See, I like Bofuri, but I also went in the mindset that this is
an extreme level of suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, I basically went in with this is not going to be.
Don't go in having any kind of hope for humanity.
I went in with This is stupid. This is
Don't
hilarious.
don't go in expecting any kind of writing that would be above a D-.
It's not as bad as some of the other guilty pleasures.
No. The writing in this is absolutely fucking trash. And I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. No cute girl main character makes up for shitty writing, especially with just basic level isekai animation. This isn't like a good animated series. It's just average. There's nothing like in the animation or the character design or character development that makes up for its crap storytelling. No, sorry.
Buffery is when the developers don't code their shit properly with hilarious results.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I look at it.
When
Like,
the developers don't do jack shit is what it should be called. But anyway, yes. You're not wrong on that one either. I don't think it's with hilarious results. I just think it's like, this bothers me. This bothers me. This is what happens when you rush a game and you put it out without doing either an alpha or a beta or a demo. You just, we've got a new MMO, play it. And it's like, here's the thing. They hadn't even designed beyond the first level until like a couple of episodes in, and then they released a second level. And they're just now releasing the third level. And they're trying to cover it up by saying, we've got events to unlock it. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, god damn it. Like, any of my friends who are game designers, please, for the love of God, stay away from this. It will hurt you. You will suffer physical damage.
See, I'm over here like Richie's only suffering because he went into the mindset of, I'm expecting really good writing. Go in with your expectations low, and it is cute. Go in that you're watching it for the stupid antics.
Stop. You're giving them too much hope. Don't go in with low expectations. Don't go in with low expectations. Go in with negative expectations.
Yeah, no, oh my God.
If you go in with expectations that this is going to be a -5 on the list, then you'll be pleasantly surprised when you find out it's actually just a 0.
I like how I like the anime. I'm excited there's a season 2.
There's a season 2?
There will be a season 2.
Why?
Because it did well.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It did not. This is a terrible fucking show. I don't have season 2 of Fire Force, but I get season 2 of this bullshit.
No, Fire Force season 2 was confirmed.
Yeah, but it's not coming out yet.
Yeah. No, Bofuri's not even till next year.
Fucking No Game No Life doesn't get a season 2, but this bullshit does?
I actually will agree. Why hasn't No Game No Life?
Okay, Bofuri is not better than SAO in a lot of ways. SAO trumps Bofuri in several different categories. Animation.
I was gonna say I agree with you, Rich, on that.
You guys also have to remember, I came from something that was top tier fucking animation and storytelling in Slime, and you gave me this shit. I went from Slime to Bofuri.
Well, good thing it's a one shot.
Literally, you asked me, you had me dining on a 5-course meal, and then you sat dog shit in front of me and asked me to have a brain aneurysm while consuming it. Season 2 of Slime. Hey guys, season 2 of Slime is happening in October. I cannot wait for it. Also, season 3 of Log Horizon. So
no, we're excited for those animes. Just to be clear.
Also, I'm super pumped for what's coming out in the summer because we get the second half of season 4 of Haikyuu and season 2 of Dr. Stone. You know, when the really good inventions start coming out in Dr. Stone.
Oh yeah. No, I'm excited for Dr. Stone next.
I love that, Will Z. No, tell us how you really think, Richie. I did. Believe me, I'm not going to hold back my opinion when I hate something. All right, guys.
Bofuri, barf over fire under radiated idiots. Nice one, Jared.
That's beautiful.
So,
I love that.
All right.
Can we just sit here? All right, everybody else is going to go do their thing. Chad, I'm just going to sit here and shit on Bofuri with you.
All right, you enjoy that. I gotta run.
Yeah, I'll start in 20 minutes. Go.
Will Z.
talk-
Well, all I see is Will Z on the stream thing. Because I don't. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't even.
See
Okay,
over
now
for
that I've
what the
seen your
felt,
full
guys.
last name, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. All right, so we'll be back on the gaming channel. If you haven't subbed to the gaming channel, do go over to the gaming channel. It is Fat Dog Gaming. I don't think it's in. I don't know if it's in the description. Let me check and see. Here, the Christmas special. Yep, Fat Dog Gaming channel. Link in the description. And I'm gonna do another thing. Since both of them left, I'm gonna add Tony to the call and make him plug his own shit. Cause I'm that guy. I'm that guy right now. I'm gonna be that guy. Be like, plug your own stuff. You wanna plug? You wanna get plugged? Plug your own stuff. Because I'm not going to be able to do it in a better way than him. I'm just going to be like, hey, we got check stuff going on Tuesday. I don't know what time Tuesday. Like, I don't have a specific time or anything like that. Saying that Tony's not there. Bruh. Where you be and why? But I hope you guys are at least excited about Infinity's Light stuff. Did you use Aerith in your team? I'm going to continue trying to beat the Final Fantasy VII. The final fight on FF7 Remake. Why would you call it Remake? Everybody, I think, should have used Aerith on their team at one point because the game kind of forces you to. Any whizzle. Yeah, we got 10 chapters, by the way, guys, that we got to go through. So there's plenty of writing content to go on here. And we may do some writing Q&A. So if you guys want to do a quick Q&A about, like, the writing process for stuff, you're more than welcome to. I'll keep an eye on the comments. Oh, God damn it. Because reasons. Yeah. And Spider, that's why you're the butter that's being rubbed on the toast. That indeed is why you are, in fact, the butter. Buttered toast. Ah, it was this one. That's what I was looking for. Same place I was 2 days ago. I haven't been reading because I've been streaming and watching stuff and having to catch up on everything and see what's going on in the world. All we need to do is trigger him when say if the stream starts to lag. Good to know. Good lord. Do you guys have any writing related questions for me? I need to update my Google Chrome anyway while I'm waiting on stuff. How long did it take us to make chapter 1? That's a good question because we're technically in the 8th draft. Initially, took us, like, for the initial script writing, I think if we're just talking about the first draft, a couple of days. And then if we're talking about pardon me. If we're talking about here, I'm gonna get on webcam just so you guys can see me talking to you. That way you can see my ugly, bald, fat ass. By the way, guys, I can call myself that. You can't call me that. Hi, guys. Okay. Took me a couple days to write chapter 1, but we were just doing a first draft, and then we went through a couple of weeks of rewriting it to be, you know, several iterations better. And I think if you were to call this another draft, this would be our 8th draft of it. So there you go. I need to clean these off. There we go. Just a moment, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let Toby in. I know he's probably very sad and scared because he's out there by himself and I haven't opened the door to let him visit. Toby? Toby? Stream puppy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Toby. Look at that. Oh, come on. Up. Toby. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Oh, Bopper dog. Oh, Bopper dog. Oh, scritches. Oh, I love the scritches. Oh, get them cheeks. Get them cheeks. There you go. You come up here? You come up? There you go. You gotta show the stream puppy. Everybody wants to meet Toby the string puppy. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Come here. Come on. Come here, Toby. Come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Oh, Tucker boy. Oh, Tucker boy. Oh, I know they can't see you. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, Tucker boy. Oh, Tucker boy. Is it Toby? Toby, Tucker boy. Ugh. Here, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, I know. How old is the puppers? He's about 7 or 8. Well, 8 or 9. We don't know for sure. We've had him about 8 years, but he was a rescue, like he was a drop-off dog. So we're not 100% sure. And you're a good beagle boy. You're a good beagle boy. Yes, you are. Good beagle boy. Okay. You want to hear what I'm hearing? I put the headphones on him and he's like, what is this? When writing, have the actors ever come up with better improv? Yeah, several times, and that's a good thing. I've had to learn that what I write isn't always going to be the best, and that's okay. You know, it happens. I'm not gonna instinctively have the greatest set of dialogue, and it's more important not just as a writer but also as a director to not be so full of yourself. Which has been my favorite? I don't know. There's a lot. I don't know, man. I mean, it's hard for me to know in the final product. I'd have to watch a lot of the final stuff that I've worked on to know to remember which parts were improv versus which weren't. I don't really tout like that. I don't count those. But there's been plenty of times where things were recorded where somebody said it or we reworded something to sound better, because when you say a certain thing out loud, it doesn't quite work as well out loud as it does on text. Or when you try to say something with your mouth, you're like, oh my god, this sounds like a tongue twister, and it should not have sounded like a tongue twister, you know? So, it's a thing that happens. There we go. Okay. Oh dear God. This is in fact, oh dear Lord. $41, $43. 71. There are 71 pages. The first 10 chapters are 71 pages in total. So that's the other thing. Like, I wrote them as one file, but I put like little chapters in them so you could jump ahead to like certain parts if you needed to. That's how I made it, because we had a table of contents. It made things so much easier that way. Dude, that's ridiculous. It's hazy. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's okay, buddy. What character do you find that you like writing for because the character flows best when writing? Are you talking about just for Infinity's Light, or are you talking about for other projects? Because I haven't written for Infinity's Light in a long while, so this is me just getting back into it.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
All right. How are we doing?
As for characters that flow better, that are easier for me to write for, probably the easiest one for me to write for is Shiro. Shiro's like one of the easiest to write for because he's very reactionary, and I find that I can write reactions pretty well. Like, most of what Shiro does is a reaction to something that somebody else is doing. When you sit down and think about it, Shiro's not really doing much of his own without somebody first initiating something, even though he claims to be so smart. I'm just doing Q&A stuff. That's what's going on, Phil.
Oh, all right. I mean, I was getting ready to launch the gaming channel soon.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and end this here. So guys, thank you so much. We will see you hopefully in a few minutes over on Fat Dog Gaming. Remember, the link for that is in the description down below. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye for now. See you next time, whenever that is. Yeah?
Yeah, question mark?
Yeah.